Hi, welcome to the next edition of Jank. Today we're going to be playing some Dimir Ninjas, a Pioneer Explorer. So today, this is going to be pretty sweet. We're going to try out the new Kaido. Following this, I'm also going to record another Flash deck, which is Simic Flash, which drops next Jank. So if you like Flash or, decks at instant speed like this, tempo decks, it's a good time to be you right now because, like I said, I'm back-to-back Jank are going to be this. So that's what we're trying out today. We're going to see if the new Kaido has what it takes to compete alongside the ninjas. It's not necessarily going to be a more traditional, like, tons of counter spells type deck. It's going to be more of the lines that, hey, we have, a decent sized board and we could keep, having a decent amount of ninjas on board. So that's what we're trying out. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification for future videos. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. Let's get there together. Let's get into this deck list and see the deck in action. So we have one OG Kaido and then we have 3 new Kaidos. 4 Miscreants, because I think it's just a really good one-drop that has evasion, hard to block, and then we potentially keep drawing cards. Network Disruptor is a nice way to make sure we get attack. We can maybe make sure that we tap down something problematic post-combat. 2 Blades, just because it's an unblockable threat on turn 1. A single 1,000 Face Shadow, and then we have some Hackers and some Masters for a little bit of Anthem effects. And we have card draw, like I said, with the Hacker. We have 1 Biting Palm Ninja, just because I just want to use it. Same with Nahashi, which actually fits quite well because Nahashi is in the set itself. Main board, we do have 2 Thoughtseize to side. We have a little bit more interaction, which actually pans out in this deck, right? Because Push, Triumph, Go for the Throat, and Drown the Lock's going to help with Rakdo's aggro, which is the primary reason why I have most of my counter spells in the sideboard. I just don't think they're very good in the current meta. We have Spell Pierce to maybe, counter a pump spell, something like that. And we have a decent stock of Dimir lands. We do have Drowned Catacomb, which is a little weird. I could play the new Verge land, but we're going to see how it pans out. Maybe I make the change post. Sideboard, we have a couple more cut downs in case Spell Pierce is kind of bad. We want a little bit more interaction, or maybe even cut Drown the Locks. 2 Thoughtseizes, like I said, if we face something like Control or Combo. Push is kind of bad. We want to bring those in, as well as Mystical Disputes. A Brazen Borrow is not a bad bring in over pushes in those kind of matchups as well, because it's a 3/1 flyer, worst case scenario, and otherwise we could just maybe bounce a Planeswalker or something like that. 2 Crippling Fears for the aggro matchups, 2 Kalitas also for the aggro matchups, 3 Leyline of the Void for Phoenix and Fang. That is our Dimir Ninjas for Pioneer. Let's see if this deck has what it takes to compete on the arena ladder. We'll go ahead and play a Watery Grave and a Blade. Go. I'm not really worried about being fast. This is a Yorion deck, so I'm assuming this is not anything similar to a aggro deck. We just hit you as they go. Leave up a Go for the Throat. So some sort of Orzhov deck. We will put this on, I think, black. Hit ya. Go. I forget this is 4 mana to Ninjutsu. That's kind of weird. Restoration of a Ganju. I like it. That's one of those enchantments I actually like. Sure. Put that on blue. Hit ya. Go ahead and Jujutsu. Okay, we play a Demonic Pact. Nope. Question is, can we actually get rid of this in time? Maybe not. It's gonna be very tricky. So, Doom Foretold, I think, is over there. If I had to guess, based off of this, seems like a Doom Foretold deck. Which is actually, us taking this makes it better off, I think. Sure. Kills my threat. We're Super Sage. Okay, make you discard. We can bounce it with Auto Aura, so that's something to keep in mind. So we'll just drop some 1-drops. Tap down the Oath and say go. So we just want to get all the advantage and we'll give it back to him. Alright, so what do you have, opponent? Besiege the Mirror. That happens. Opponent, what do you got? Archon of Sun's Grace. Get rid of the flyer. You'll draw a couple cards. Try to get this game over with. Okay. That's a little interesting. That's 3 mana to ninjutsu. So we'll go ahead and pick up the Disruptor.
I learned something in every part of the shadows.
And we'll go ahead and Emblem. Because why not? I could Thoughtseize, but I don't know if I think that's worth it. If I play Otawara, it's not good either. So I think I'd play Disruptor. And tap down a land, I guess. Go. So he makes me discard away my Thoughtseize. So I think Demonic Pact, I'm going to get rid of the Architect. I will chump it if you let me. Now you might want to stack this, eat my Kaido. Of course. Figured that was his move. I just need to keep in mind.
I fought so hard.
So get rid of that. Play a land. We will put it a block there. Go. I stop there. On its end steps, we will discard the Demonic Pact. Alright, Otawara. Now I get the Ninja. I think I just Ninja because it uses my mana most efficiently. So this is weird. I could. That fizzles that removal spell. Alright, go. And nowhere to run. I imagine then he plays the Demonic Pact, because there's no point of blinking these yet. Play that and say go. Question is, how far off can he... I guess there's no point in not casting it. I mean, we're going to pitch it anyways. So, that's a little disappointing. I mean... So that makes sense. You can get rid of one of these to beseech. You get something that's actually valuable. Sheldred. So we hit you for 3. Say go. You're probably going to kill my Furmaster now. Nope. Draws. Now the question, I guess, more is, I guess that does gain a lot of life. More life, huh? Five mana. No, 6 mana. You blink here, you blink here. We take it to 8, so we're basically at 6 now. And he gets to draw, he gets to gain more life, take out some threat. Yeah, I don't think that's going to win. Against basically Orzhov enchantments, I guess Thoughtseize is fine. Is Kalitas where I'm at, just because I got nothing else. I don't really like Fatal Push. Go for the throat. Probably worse than Brazen Borrower, or I don't like that. Island. Disruptor, go. I can't imagine him having anything that's worth countering on this turn. Yeah. It does suck we got no black mana, though. We just hit you, go. Companion. That's good. Got black mana now. Hit you, go. So I probably got to spell pierce something this turn. See if he tries to attack me. Doesn't. These Mutavaults are kind of awkward. Go. They're not blue mana. Do I only have... What's my lands look like again? Oh, it's a Kaya. Okay. Okay. Tap land hits me, I assume. Yeah. No. Okay, yeah, it makes no sense to attack. Get rid of the Beseech. Play a Blade. Turn on a Volt. Smack you. Go. Yeah, so these Volts are kind of awkward. Since I need basically double... I need to be able to cast 2 of these Drownal blocks. I can't. Picks up a Yorion. Turn on a Volt. Hit ya. You got a double block? Nope. Go. I can't counter it. So, yeah. So he's going to get rid of my threat now. Maybe I should have got rid of a companion. It's just so bad. Answering a companion. It doesn't help that I'm not drawing lands that actually matter here. Go. I might have to make some adjustments mid-game or mid-video because this ain't working. Yeah, blessing. You should be attacking me with the Yorion, but he's not. Yeah, there goes my creature. 3, so I can't even answer the Yorion yet. Play a Disruptor. Tap down. I guess I should have attacked with a Mutavault since I'm not doing anything. Anyways. Actually, maybe I should just not even play anything. So this doesn't keep moving. So So he has 4 permanents in the yard. Another blessing. Okay, take it. I can't do nothing anyways. I mean, yeah. You're just going to get sacked anyways. I mean, I should have just blocked. Yeah, I should have just blocked. Say go. See what he sacks. Probably the blessing. Alright, Vigil. Another Oath. To just bolt me? I mean, that's reasonable. So I'm at 11. He can't attack with the Spirited Companion. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this. So I'm probably just going to replace this with a Hive if I don't already have Hive in it. So we're just going to pitch Kalitas since we can't cast it. So we have a Miscreant. And we say go. Nowhere to run. I don't know where I'm going with this rest of this matchup. I just don't think I get losing out. I'm at 9. I have no board state. My mana is so bad. So, yeah. Turn on a Volt. Answer a Companion. So this is 2 points of damage here. Actually, you can turn on both creature lands. So no matter what I do here, I'm just kind of dead. Beseech. I'm just going to call it a day. Like I said, he presents lethal by land, so 0-1, let's get into the next after slight adjustments. Through PayPal, I'm offering for $20 play your deck through League. I also give you an article about how to improve the list, and as well as some sideboard guides in very particular matchups. If you want to check out the link, it's in the description. Now, let's get back into the video. Bodyguard, huh? Get rid of it. Go. So I might actually replace these marshes too with the verges. Yeah, because it's just awkward. So we push, say go. Anointed Peacekeeper. I don't even know what you name here. Like, my hand's not that great. Push can, I guess, do something with, in conjunction with Nijitsu, but yeah, we're just not having the correct lands, and we're kind of off curve because of the fact that we had a tap land. So we're going to keep making adjustments, I guess, to this deck as we move along, because, I mean, there's not really like a stock ninja deck. Like, ninjas aren't a thing. Drown in the Lock. I guess we play Disruptor. And then pass. So if he attacks, like, it kind of just makes me push this post Disruptor depth. Okay. I'm blocking. What do you have? Get rid of the Peacekeeper. Then I could drown and walk the Lieutenant, be fine. It sucks my only blue source kind of gets exhausted right there. So sacks a clue. And a cavern. Take our beats. We're playing that on blue for sure. Hit ya. Say go. Don't ninjutsu this in. So we take 3. We are at 15. Get rid of the Lieutenant. Untap. Miscreant. To draw a card. Pick up the Miscreant. Hit ya. Go. So we have another Lord now. That's pretty sweet. Human. Adeline. Respectable. Take our beats. We will block the 1/1. Miscreant. Draw a card. Play a Blade. Smack you with a Miscreant. Go. Next turn I can attack with a Miscreant. Play Nashi. And go from there. Looks like he got a removal spell. He's trying to determine which card of mine is the most impactful. If I had to guess, would he determine, I guess, nothing? So we attack. We pick up a Fairy Miscreant. Just because it's the best card to pick up. Definitely play a free Kaito. And a Miscreant. We'll go ahead and pump the ninjas. And see what you have in hand. Okay, nothing. Go. We're at 7. Reflector Mage. Get rid of my Fur Master. That's a little bit respectable. And he's going face with everything. So that's 7. So I have to chomp. I do lose on a Miscreant, which is kind of sad. So we go ahead and play the Blade. Tap down his Adeline.
Take a break, will ya?
I think that's lethal. This Fur Master should be lethal as well, right? So we have Cut Down. We have Fear, Kalitas. That's essentially it. I'm not a huge fan of Thoughtseize. Drown the Lock is probably too slow. And we also have Kaido, maybe? Well, Spell Pierce also is probably not very good. Maybe a Brazen Borrow over that. Maybe Drown the Lock is actually worth some number of copies. Is it better than a Brazen Borrow? Probably. So we have a decent amount of interaction. I like that. Run it like that. And we play an Island and a Miscreant. Goo. So yeah, I put 2 Verges in here. I do have a playset on Arena, so I'm going to probably up it. I guess takes my push. And I can't really attack. So go. This is one of the weird awkward moments where a Miscreant is not good. That's actually kind of nice. Not going to lie. So we can play Disruptor, which is why we play this card. It allows us to get through damage. Draw a card. Play Miscreant. Go. Alright, looks like we might be taking a match here against humans, which is a deck I might actually be playing for my hatchling. So if you want to watch humans, consider going over there and either joining on one of the 3 platforms, either on YouTube or Twitch. I mean, not Twitch, YouTube, Locals, or Patreon. I upload all my videos to all 3 of them. So Knight of Grace. That's a way to get through, I guess, removal. That's a very interesting top deck, though. Disruptor. Tap down the Freebooter. Attack with these two. Pick up, play Kaito. Pick up Disruptor. And I can't target that. I could Surveil and draw. I don't really like either one of these two cards, to be honest. I want interaction at this point. Go. I mean, that's also not interaction, but it's closer. So far, this card has been pretty decent. I like it a lot, actually. I mean, it's an okay body. 3/4 ninja. Nothing to, like, too bad overall, but you can scale a little bit. I can't really profitably trade with anything. Unless I do this, which I don't want to. So I think I'm guaranteed it dying. So what's the point of blocking, right?
Next time I'll win.
Put that on black. Play Disruptor. Tap down the Inspector. So pick up Disruptor. And pick up Miscreant. And we draw some cards. Overall, I don't know what I'll probably get rid of the Takanuma. I think I want to play the Miscreant because the Disruptor is actually important next turn. To make sure I can get through. Once I answer this with this, I should be fine, right? I should be able to answer this and did this. And go from there. I'm at 16, so I'm okay with my life total. These do have first strike, which is a little bit problematic. He doesn't attack with the groundies, which is kind of weird. So first things first. I kind of want to keep Kalitas. Yeah, I think I want to play Kalitas this turn. I need to stabilize just enough to get through in the air. Right? I think I got this locked up. I just need good blockers. So now I just push the Freebooter and get there. 1 and 1. So do some more adjustments and get into the next. I am now offering Patreon and locals content exclusive. It includes sideboard guides, budget guides, exclusive videos, as well as other types of content. If you want to check out the link, it's in the description. Now let's get back into the video. Race in mono green. Interesting. We play our Blade. Go. Spell Pierce is definitely not a very good card in this matchup. I mean, we could get rid of us, I guess, counter a Storm the Festival, but that's not necessarily the best thing to do. So he's going to plot his Trailblazer. He has nothing in the yard. I think I'd pick up the Blade, try to find a push. And replay the Blade. Go. I want to find lands. That's kind of where I'm aiming for. Drown the Locks. Actually, you're not bad here because of the Cav, right? It does fill up your yard naturally. So, I mean, on turn 4, around there, this is online most of the time. Honestly, I can care less if he trades. Let's go ahead and pick up the Blade. And draw a couple cards. Get rid of the shadow. By the Blade. So he probably is about ready to get to the point of casting his namesake card. So I think Spell Pierce is correct. Leave up. I imagine this is going to add a mana. He's going to try to go for a Storm. And nope, that Cavalier. That's a little bit saddening just because, you know, that's kind of what we were hoping for. We really wanted him to play a Storm the Festivals, but... Alright, we'll settle with an invasion counter. Okay, so first things first, we play Disruptor. Second, Shove. He might trade. He does not. I don't think I really want to tap out here. I think I just want to draw a couple cards, dig for lands potentially. I don't think this Master's doing a lot. Yeah, so I could double Miscreant, draw one card, then I'm kind of, you know, all down. So I kind of just need to. Drown the Lock doesn't get a Storm the Festival. Alright, so we counter it. Another Mystic. You attack me with a Cavalier. Take it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start getting some Miscreants down. Trying to find me a land here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So we go get Frisky. He might honestly trade with some of the hackers. It would be a logical choice to do that. I mean, these elves aren't doing a lot. But he just takes it. I don't want Disruptor. Six, so this is just worse. Go. Oddity, counter. So he can't really attack with a cab, right? That makes no sense. But he does. Look out, chat. Actually, look out. Okay. Skips it up. Got game one. Against green, we probably bring in Thoughtseizes. It's not really a matchup for Crippling Fear. Tempo play is probably right. Not the Dispute, but the Brazen Borrower. To get rid of the cab, just to get it in through that extra points of damage. Besides that, I think I'm going to trim back on the Face Shadow. Nashi. Because 4 mana is a little bit much in this matchup. Spell Pierce, probably not necessary. I think I'd rather just have a Thoughtseize. Run it like that. He plays a ley line out of the gate. No, turn one play, huh? We play Miscreant. Go. So I went ahead, I forgot I didn't have Darkslick Shores in this deck, which probably makes a lot of sense. I got nothing going on turn 2 here. And the only thing I need is this Fatal Push, which... Oh, never mind. So Miscreant, draw a card, see what happens. Thoughtseize. So Verge is not good, so we play land, Thoughtseize. This is a little tricky. Let's just take the Petitioner, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure about that one. Trailblazer's also pretty damn good. Yeah, I figured he's got plot. Smack. Well, we will put in a Kaido.
Don't be jealous of my talent. The housewarming party has arrived.
Uptake the Kaido. Go.
I thrive in the dark.
So we played that and then plays an Oddity. Oh, just Cav. So it looks like he found a Nykthos. Best case scenario for him just happened. So we do have, now we have our Brazen Borrower. Bounce the Cav. Uptick. Shove.
A fair fight.
He has 5 in his yard. So I can counter anything he plays with this Drown in the Lock. Except for, I guess, the Storm Festival, right? I can care less about an invasion. Kiora, that's a little problematic. Okay, so I think I have to counter that. Then which means he's forced to play the Oddity. Oh, he has another damn Nykthos. Okay, you got me, opponent. I was not anticipating another Nykthos. So now he can Cav plus Oddity. No, another Cav, huh? So that's not as big of a deal. I was worried that my Kaido would be answered. Okay, he just hits the invasion. No respect for the Kaido. So we go ahead and draw a card. So the question is, what do I do here? I can minus tap down a Cav. I think that's right.
Control the fight, control the outcome.
Get rid of a Cav. He probably puts the intervention on top. Nope. Puts a Kiora on top. Attempt to hit you. I can't do it exactly. I guess it's close to lethal, isn't it? Yeah, that would have been lethal. So now you basically, we need to force him to answer my Kaido and respect it. Question is, can he win this turn? He could play Kiora, play Oddity, give it, transform it. I don't know if that's enough to immediately win the game, though. Cavalier. Oh my gosh, another round of Nykthos, huh? So you can pay into that. How much damage is that? 6 plus 8, that's 14. Yeah, that's lethal. Or he just ignores lethal entirely and goes for the other path. Which arguably is, I guess he got lucky, right? Because he managed to find another Kiora to undo the Nykthos. But he had lethal. He didn't have to do all this extra jazz. Like, I guess that's one thing about green players. Like, they just don't know when to stop, right? They just, I guess they're having so much fun over there. They like casting all their spells that they just forget, hey, I have lethal on board. He's tapped out at me. What is he doing? I mean, 19 mana is more than enough mana. Come on. Storm the festival. I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to scoop. Yeah, so besides that, what other changes do I want to make? It's kind of good. I run it back, I think. Thoughtseize. So, Trailblazer or Beckoner? I mean, pick your poison, I guess. Can get a flyer, but okay. These are the two choices. I think I take Kiora. Tap down your ley lines, I go. You got a 2-drop. He could, I guess, use his pick your poison, but that would be very bad. I'm just going to hard cast it. Same amount of damage. I get to keep both on. I guess either way, I keep both on board. No, this way's better, right? Because I don't have to fully tap out, right? I can't leave a fatal push if I so desired. Turns out it wasn't relevant. Still doesn't change the fact that same amount of damage and I get to leave a push. Instead of the other way, I had to play this, recast the Disruptor, which isn't really that efficient. Hacker is a little interesting. So we go ahead and knock him out a little bit, draw a card. And cast a Fur Master. Go. Is Trailblazer. Okay. There's no world where I can actually cast this Fatal Push to be any kind of relevance here. The only thing he can cast at this point, I think, is an Elf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't really... If I attack out, he's going to block here and take that, and I can kill that. It's not, doesn't seem that great. So Kiora. Alright, so he gets frisky. So we can attack with Haul. So what I want to do, I think... I'm pretty sure that's right. And the only reason why I'm doing this, you might think it's weird, is because I do want to enable the Fatal Push. And that's kind of what I want to do. So now I get to get a free attack with the Haul. And we get to take out Kiora. Hit the face. We will draw a card. Get rid of the Shores. Go. So that was a pretty decent turn, even though, like I said, getting rid of the Old Growth Troll is not necessarily that impressive. But I do like the fact that I got to basically kind of tempo this turn. That's not a very good draw. Alright, we're going to pitch the... probably the Watery Grave. We got him to 3. So 4 cards in the yard. We're kind of, hand down this turn, but that's fine. So I don't think he's going to attack with the layer.
But my friend's kind of a big deal.
So that's 2, 3, 4 mana. Oddity. Alright, so that means the hacker's getting in. Because he has to chomp. I think the Fur Master is the weakest card here. We'll shock ourselves, say go. In case he plays an elf, that's not going to save him. Can you beat me? I think I'm 1-1 right now. So this is going to be maybe a 2-1 record for a Jank Tank deck, which isn't bad. Like, this is just a concept. I don't necessarily know if this deck is all there yet. It's not like the next deck next week for Jank Tank, where I expect a little bit better results, because it is a deck that's been around Pioneer for a while. Simic Flash, so I expect a reasonable performance from that deck. So what do you have left? Like, this, can this cut down? Kill your only threat. Oh, so now you get to gain how much life here? 14 life? So we go to combat. Get rid of the Kiora.
Tides always rise again.
Get rid of the fairy. Say go. Okay. So he goes a dig and he finds himself a Nykthos, but he can't necessarily use it this turn. We do need to be wary on the fact that he can hit me with a lair, which is lethal. So I think the correct line here is just to play a Disruptor. Tap down the Cav. Smack you. Get rid of the Disruptor. Hive isn't bad. That's a creature land that takes less resources. So we'll see what he does. I mean, we could definitely drown the lock, answer the lair.
I don't love dragons.
I think I have to counter that. And Prey doesn't have removal? Sure. I mean, he can make a lot of mana.
Ocean surges light.
Oddity, that gives it trample. Yeah, so a lair that I can't chump anymore? Probably GG's. Again, he's going for the overkill for no apparent reason. Now, it looks like we're actually going to go 1 and 2, which kind of sucks, to be honest. Mine's another Nick, though. Alright, I'm just off. 1 and 2, let's get into the wrap-up. So what did we do this week about this deck overall? We 1 and 2 with the deck, and I felt like the deck was pretty reasonable overall. Like, it was pretty okay-ish for a Jank Tank deck. I went and made some of the changes. I went ahead and cut the 1-drop Ninja. I don't think it was very good. And then I also cut a Master for a couple copies of the Prowler to make sure that we can maybe gain a little bit of life in the interaction. It helps us get that little edge against aggro. Besides that, overall, the deck felt pretty reasonable. I'm not sure if I want 3 Drown Locks. I might want to cut that for another copy of something else. Whether it be a different counter spell or something like that, because I tend not to print that many Dimir counter spells for some strange reason. We got No More Lies, where is kind of the Dimir equivalent. I get Drown Lock is good if you can make your opponent mill, but we're not rogues. So it's kind of a little bit lackluster in that regard. Let me know down in the comment section, like I said, what you guys thought about the list, what changes would you guys have made, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Shout out to all my supporters, and if you want to see any other content from me, check out either one of these 2 videos and playlist, and I'll talk to you soon.